Welcome everyone to my new tutorial related to Binance Futures Market. Today we're going to take care about the calculator and share with you how to utilize it, what does it mean, and what are the benefits of this. And by the way, for those of you looking for more tutorials, feel free to check out my playlist related to Binance tutorials. We have dozens for everyone out there. So the first thing you must do is you need to be on the futures page on Binance.com. Basically, if you want me to bring you here from the beginnings, you need to go to the fiat and spot. I'll share with you how to come to this specific page, which is actually the first step you gotta do. It just takes a second. So assuming that you're in the fiat and spot, you want to go to derivatives and then USD-M futures market. This is basically where you gotta do USD-SM futures market. That's the one basically that you must go, USD-SM futures market. So once we're here, I like to go over my LTC, or I can stay basically on the BTC. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. The idea is the calculator appears right there. This is where the calculator is. And it's that button from the right side, that little one, right? So today is that specific logo with those kind of symbols. That is our calculator. We can be on a limit order, we can be on a market order, it doesn't matter. It just matters that you want to do your calculation on the symbols that you're in, which means BTC against USD. You cannot do your calculations on the Ethereum, Ripple, and any other guys out there if you're sitting on BTC. So you must be on the page of the symbols you want to deal with. So I'm going to click here on the calculator, and the futures calculator will open up just like you can see. So there's a couple of features starting from P&L, that stands for profit and loss, target price, liquidation price, max open price. So there's 5 features of the calculator. I'm going to walk you through all of them and share with you more information. Now, the first thing we got to do is decide whether we want to go long or short, depending on our side of our position. Then the next thing is the leverage amount we wanted to go with. Because when you calculate your P&L, you definitely need to know all the details. For example, what 10x leverage is something I'm going to go with in this example. It will also specify there is a maximum position at current leverage at the moment of $20 million is the maximum size that I can have basically on this amount of leverage with the BTC. And then basically going forward, I do need to specify my entry price because the P&L will calculate for me the profits I'm gonna have with my position. For example, if I like to buy at 20,000, current price is 373, with the exit price basically at, let's say, 21,800. I'm gonna get a quantity, which is the final quantity you're gonna have after leveraged. Attention, after leveraged. So for example, if you put in 1 Bitcoin and you use 10x leverage, you're gonna have a quantity of your trade at 10x, which is 1 multiplied by 10 equals with 10 Bitcoins, right? We're gonna put 10 Bitcoins right there. And then the next thing we gotta do is just calculate. Very simple. Initial margin is, pretty simple to be explained. This is how much we put into from our pockets into the trade. The P&L is the profit and loss representation. If it stands in this color, then obviously it is profit because you don't have the minus in front. So it's $14,270. which is a return on our investment of 70%. That is calculated towards the initial margin, right? So it's not calculated towards the final size of your trade. There is a big difference between the initial margin and final size of your trade. If you don't know about it, I can explain you in a minute. So the initial margin is always the amount of money that is considered what you are putting in from your pocket. The total size, or the final size, is the amount after the leverage, which stands with your initial margin multiply with the leverage equals with the total size, with the final size. And that's usually put into the quantity. And that's also something you're going to see here when you have a trade opened. You'll see here in the size sector, right? You'll see here 10 BTC. If you put 1 BTC with a 10x leverage, it's going to be 1 multiplied by 10. It's equals with 10. Simple. However, your initial margin is always whatever you put into before leverage. Therefore, the profits are calculated based on that, right? In the calculator, right? But you're going to make money based on the total size of your position. The futures calculator does the representation based on how much did it cost you personally and how much money you're going to make, basically, which is a 70%, as you can see, and that's a great revenue on a trading position like this. This is how the PNL is functioning. Pretty simple. You want to go short position, you do the same things basically. Going forward, target price. Well, in this case scenario, we are talking about a feature which allows us to see the return basically in terms of what kind of target price do we want to approach. For example, if I go on a 10x leverage once again and I have an entry 20,355 and I'd like a return of 50%, then the target price will be 21,372. So if I want to make 50% on my margin with a such leverage of 10x, then I need to target this specific price. If I want to make 80% based on my 10x, attention, because if I change the leverage, the target price is changing as well. Then basically I'm going to have this specific target price. I want to make 80% from my entry. That's where we are. Pretty simple, easy to go with, and efficient as well in how to calculate your target price. What about the liquidation price? Well, this is very interesting because there's a few futures over here. We must be on the one-way mode, which is something that most of the people are sitting on, not on the hedge mode. That is something else and much more complicated. Cross or isolated type of leverage that you're doing, which is something that is selected basically from here. Cross or isolated depends on which are you. In this specific area, now you need to put all the details that you have basically. Most of the people have one-way mode, and if you did not change that into hedging, then you don't have to change it over here as well. Then most of the people have cross or isolated. You must go with that it's something that you're actually having set up. Then basically we need to go with a leverage. We're going to go back to our 10x and say that, for example, I want to buy at 20,350. What is my quantity, right? So my quantity is, let's say 10 Bitcoins. And this is how much I have in my balance, but I'm going to set a different amount in my balance. I'm going to set an amount of $100,000. Then I need to calculate basically my liquidation price is going to be 10,396 because I have a leverage of 10x, which is one very important detail. What is your leverage? Due to the fact that every single leverage is influencing your liquidation price differently. So the leverage means something in our calculation and influences a lot. The entry price as well, because it's the place from where your liquidation will be calculated. The leverage amount that you are selecting that I just told you is actually indicating the force how your liquidation is going to be. A higher leverage means liquidation price near to you, near to your entry. A lower leverage means lower risk and the liquidation price is far away from you. Now, the entry price has to be selected correctly. As well, the quantity needs to be selected correctly. And then the balance available, because when you're trading on the cross markets, right, which is the cross type of leverage, sorry, not cross markets, cross type of leverage, then your whole balance in the margin balance available will be considered for your trade. The whole margin balance available. You're not isolating your trade from your margin balance. Your trade is part of your margin balance, which is one of the differences between the cross type of leverage and the isolated type of leverage. But I'm going to make a video about that one as well specifically. So you definitely need to know that as well. What's the difference? Therefore, if I have this 100,000 balance, then I have a lot of the room available for the markets to actually go down, because I can take up big losses, right? Which is why the liquidation price is quite far away. It's quite far away. And I have my 10x, so I'm sitting pretty fine here with 100k my balance. If the market is going down 50% from the current price approximately, right, I'm gonna get liquidated. It's interesting. 50% is not a small amount to be liquidated, but as you can see, you need to have a balance of 100 grand. If any of these numbers are changing, such as my balance, that is indicating the room available for the markets to decrease. Because simply, if you don't have funds in your balance, then the liquidation price is going to be pretty close to you. It's going to be at 6, 7%, 4%, 3%, 2%. Depends. If we increase the leverage, let me share with you. Let's go it the other way. Let's go 50x leverage. Let's put it in here 10 BTC. And let's leave it on the same balance. We just increase the leverage. Let's take a look. Well, no, we cannot have a position of 10 BTCs, which is why I'm not doing the calculation, due to the fact that we can only have a position of a maximum position available at the current level is $1 million, it seems like. So let's change this thing back to 1 BTC. And let's put a balance here of $5,000, for example. Liquidation price is going to appear at 15,411. So a lot closer to us. If we have 5 grand and we open up a position of 1 BTC at 50x leverage, liquidation is going to be close to us. But what if we do 2 Bitcoins? Liquidation is going to be even closer to us, because we are taking much more margin from our size, and then there's going to be, tiny money in our balance left, which will not give up too much room for the price to go down. What about 3 BTCs? 4 BTCs, take a look at that, or 5 BTCs. 5 BTCs, it's right there next to you, 19,437. We have been asking more, basically, from the exchange, right? We've been asking 5 Bitcoins. If we want to discover what's the margin cost of 5 Bitcoins, we need to divide 5 to 50, because it's leveraged with 50, right? So the value is going to be 5 divided to 50, 0.1 initial margin that I need, which is $2,033. 0.1 BTC, $2,033 is my margin. I have a balance of $5,000. If the price is going to 19,437, I'm gonna get liquidated. Very simple. So this is how it works, folks. You need to train yourself all around it. You need to, get used to it and listen to this part of the video a little more, because we have some technical aspects. You definitely need to know what is the initial margin, what is the final size, which is also represented by the quantity of your trade, which is the cross market, isolated leverage, cross leverage, and all these things needs to be very well handled by you before you understand the concepts. Max open basically is actually telling us how much we can actually open, which is something pretty simple. Maximum position at the current leverage, you select the leverage and it kind of tells you how much money you can open maximum with that specific leverage. And then open price, well, this is a place basically where you sort of discover at the open price that you're utilizing with, including the entry price, what is going to be your profits sooner or later. So it's not something different than the target price. We're not utilizing the max open or the open price at all. We're utilizing P&L, target price, and liquidation price. Most likely liquidation price is the most important, along with the P&L. Those are the two things that are heavily needed, right? So that's pretty much all, folks, in today's video. For those of you looking for extensive and comprehensive education one-to-one in how to become traders and how to trade, feel free to watch this video till the end. I've been trading since 2014, and I do run a one-to-one coaching program. So like the video, subscribe, but watch this video till the end. And for those of you interested in my complete education, one-to-one coaching program directly with me, if you like to be traders, if you want me to be your mentor, one-to-one live conversations, live coaching directly with me at scrembocoaching.com. You have the website describing how does it functions. This is running between 4 to 6 weeks for anyone out there that is looking for becoming a serious trader. Feel free to check out the video and you can qualify for a free conversation with me of 15 minutes where I can describe you how the whole coaching program works, where I'll take you by hand and teach you how to build a successful trading business from A to Z. Basically, this is my passion, been trading since 2014, and I decided to put together a private one-to-one. That's where people can learn. I don't think people can become traders from tutorials or videos. You can learn technical things from tutorials, but you cannot trade. Trading is a comprehensive activity. It has to be done in an intensive way of working with someone that is directly taking care about your problems and knowledge. So this is what I personally believe. This is what quality means, in my opinion. For those of you interested, feel free to check out, and I'll get back to you on your email with the offer or Telegram. Make sure to register now for more informations, as well as for those of you interested, scrembocoaching.com/today. We have our trading journey for those of you that are in a position where they would like me to trade for them. We have this opportunity. There is no upfront cost. We're just charging a specific percentage out of the profits we achieve. On the left side of the page, we have the trading performance documented since September 2017, and then on the right side of the page, we have the instructions on how to join. That's pretty much all, folks. All the pages and URLs, scrembocoaching.com/today. Meanwhile, the main coaching page is simple, can be found in the description area or comments area right below the video. A beautiful day, folks. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and there is a playlist about Binance tutorial videos. There's going to be more than 20 videos here about it, and feel free to check it out. Have a beautiful time.